Happy wife, happy life. Happy spouse, happy house. Go along to get along. Whatever phrase you want to use in any walk of life, a good relationship revolves around compromise and making sacrifices to ensure both people in a relationship are happy. And when you're cruising as a couple on a cruise ship, making the right decisions at the right time can make or break your cruise experience. Today, I've got 5 tips for the cruising husbands out there, and you're just going to have to trust me when I tell you that if you do these 5 things, you'll both have a great cruise. Hi everyone, I'm Jamie from Sharonatsea Travel. Thanks for joining me today for what I hope is a fun little video for a group of cruisers that might need cruise tips more than any other. That's right, cruising husbands. Let me just say real quick that I am aware that not all couples are husband and wife, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm talking about and you can put this information to use in your relationship. My wife Sharon and I have been cruising for years, and I have to be honest, it took me a while to figure out how to make the right compromises at the right time to ensure we were both always happy on our cruises. Now, I'm not claiming to be an expert in this area, but I will say that over the years, I've learned what makes her happy when we cruise and how to incorporate what I really want from my cruise to match what she really wants. First, usually my wife likes to go, go, go when we cruise. The busier she is, the better. I really like to relax, and relax some more. So you could say at times, those two mindsets can clash head on with each other. I also know that she loves to spend some time on a sea day laying out in the sun. So those are the days I have the best chance to make both of us very, very happy. I make sure that the nights I stay up and party the latest on the cruise ship are the nights before sea days, so that when we get up in the morning, I can simply transition from my bed to a lounge chair on the pool deck, and while she's basking in the sun, I'm basking in a little extra sleep. That way, when she wants to run around the ship in the afternoon, I'm well rested and I can stand a fighting chance of keeping up with her. It's a total win-win situation, so make sure to plan your nights around your mornings and everything will be just fine. Next, I'm known to enjoy a few adult beverages when we cruise. I know you're shocked to hear that, but it's true. Now, I don't need to drink to have fun, but I always do seem to have fun when I drink. My wife's not a big drinker, so that makes it easy for her to keep an eye on my drinking. Believe it or not, I don't drink much at home, but like most people on cruise ships, I always seem to do things in excess. Eventually, there will come a time in the evening when the words, "Don't you think you've had enough?" will come into play, and there's a good chance my answer will be no, while her answer undoubtedly will be yes. And that's where this tip comes into play. Always make sure that you drink the same exact drink all day. A beer, pina coladas, margaritas, whatever you like, just stick with the same thing and it'll be almost impossible for your spouse to keep track of exactly how many you've had throughout the day and into the night. At least until later that night or the next morning when you check the onboard account that shows how many drinks you really had. But remember, it's easier to beg for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Now here's something important to remember. The spa on a cruise ship is there for one reason and one reason only. Do you know what that reason is? That's right. It's to show your spouse how much you love them by booking them a full day of spa treatments. And while your spouse is having what might be the best day of their life, you're making sacrifices. Hopefully your spouse will appreciate what a difficult day you have on your own. You're stuck hanging out in the casino. You're forced to spend an hour at the martini tasting class. You have no option but to look at those half-off Invicta watches in front of the duty-free shop and maybe even buy one so the person showing them to you doesn't get sad. Or maybe you're just waiting patiently and after having a huge buffet lunch, you're stuck enjoying the best cruise nap you've ever had. Have you ever had a cruise nap? It's the best nap ever. No matter what you're doing, when you both meet up later in the afternoon, you will be equally happy and ready for a great evening. So don't be afraid to sacrifice your day on the ship to make sure your spouse has a fantastic spa day. The next tip is one that took me a while to master, and it still doesn't work every time, but I'm getting better at it. Cruise cabins are small, and my wife needs a little elbow room while getting ready for dinner. For years, I would get ready quickly and then bother the heck out of her asking if she was ready yet. I finally realized that the most respectful thing I can do for my wife is to give her the space she wants and deserves while getting ready for dinner. So now, whenever I can, I get ready early and then I leave the room to give her all the elbow space that she needs, which ultimately allows her to get ready faster because, yeah, I'm not there asking if she's ready yet. Even though it pains me to leave her side, I'll usually go down to the bar that's closest to the restaurant we're going to that night and I'll wait for her. And I do that because when she approaches the bar, looking beautiful as she always does, it reminds me of the first time I ever saw her and fell in love at first glance. I can't help it if it also allows me to enjoy a cocktail. And there's an 80% chance that if you sit down next to another guy at the bar, he's there doing the exact same thing, waiting for his wife, and now you've made a new friend. And who doesn't need a new friend? So while your spouse is getting ready, get out of her way, go down to the bar, hang out with a new friend, and wait patiently for her amazing arrival for dinner. Listen, these tips are going by so quickly, I almost forgot to remind you guys that if you're enjoying the content, we would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel, giving the video a thumbs up, turning on the notifications, and sharing the video with someone you think might enjoy it. We hope our videos offer the perfect combination of fun and awesome cruise tips. Thanks, we really appreciate it. Now finally, I mentioned earlier that I enjoy my downtime on a cruise, and the best way to ensure that I can maximize that downtime is by booking a balcony cabin every time we cruise. I didn't realize how important this was until we finally took our first cruise in an interior cabin not too long ago. An interior cabin only offers you a place to sleep, a place to go potty, and a spot to store your belongings. When you're in an interior cabin, all you want to do is wake up and get the heck out of there. A balcony cabin, on the other hand, gives both of you the full cruising experience. The sun, the sound of the ocean, a nap in the cool breeze, and it does all of that without even making you put any clothes on. That's right, the full cruise experience in your undies. What can be better than that, guys? Yes, it costs a little bit more for that balcony, but it's really so worth it. I'm a firm believer that balconies help to keep couples happier on cruises, and at the end of the day, that's what the goal of all these 5 cruise tips are for husbands. It's to make sure you both have a fun and fantastic cruise. Now listen, please feel free to jump into the comments below the video and share any of your cruising secrets for husbands or for couples in general. The comment you make today just might be the one to save a marriage tomorrow. Listen, I would have spent a little extra time with you, but I was in a kind of a rush making this video today. Look at what was going on at my house last night. This is incredible. All right, well, this wasn't what we expected to see tonight. There's a water main break literally right in front of our house. Look at this. And this is insane. It's throwing rocks up and stuff. It's just crazy. That's right, a massive water main break right in front of my house. It's unbelievable. I wonder if the cruising ducks had anything to do with that. Let me know if you guys have heard anything on the streets. I hope you had a little fun hanging out with me today and that we didn't get too silly for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.